Jingwen, and I go to Vanderbilt University. I'm a freshman. As of right now, we have hybrid classes for some, and some people have totally remote classes. So there are some days where I go into class and some days where everything I learn is online. And in terms of, I guess, control spread among the community, Vandy has the policy of twice a week testing. And if you test positive, they'll take you and they'll ask you like who you've been in contact with the past like 2 days, or I think it might be longer, I'm not sure. And then you can get contact traced and placed into quarantine housing for 10 days. And if you're negative at the end of the 10 days, they'll release you. I think that's such an interesting question actually, because a lot of my lectures online are the bigger size lectures. So when it's a class of like 200, because I think that is one of our biggest classes, would be like 200, and it's like chemistry and it's online, it's really hard to get the same feel as if you were in a classroom. Even I notice it in my hybrid classes that I'm much more focused when I'm allowed to go to lecture and sit in the lecture halls and sort of actually see my professor and take notes. Because when I'm, like just in my dorm, I'm like, okay, like class is at 8, well, I'm gonna wake up at 7:50, and by 8 I will be sitting at my screen, not super awake, not super focused at all. Sometimes we'll even be a little off task because it's just so hard treating, I guess, the actual Zoom classes like I'm in a classroom setting. I say the best thing to do is set a schedule, like make a physical list of what you want to achieve every day. Plan a wake up time and genuinely stick to it. Because I know like sometimes I'm like, oh, like I don't have class until 11 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'll be like, well, typically I wake up at 8 so that I can be like up and functioning and like working by 9. So some days I'll just be like, it's fine, like I can just wake up at 10 and I'll just be in class by 11. And that throws you off so bad, and you just gotta pick a schedule, stick to it. And I think the most important thing during this pandemic is mental health and like just emotional wellness and everything. And I think it's really important to take pieces of your day and do things that you like, to give yourself 5 minutes, to give yourself grace during this transition, because life isn't normal, and like there's no point in pretending that, oh, this is like normal, because it's genuinely not. Like growing up during a pandemic, like learning during a pandemic, like give yourself grace.